Someone in my Discord recently reminded me that this is the anniversary of my channel this month. And while I kind of always knew it was coming up, it always kind of slips your mind, especially with the stuff happening right now. I didn't realize it was 6 years until I went back and counted all the years, just on my fingers as I was doing it. And finding out that I was doing this now for 6 whole years feels more than strange. But in a way, it kind of like feels just right. I will say that it doesn't feel like it's been 6 years in terms of length. It feels like I have not been doing this for that long. Because everything has kind of been really fun for so long, for the longest time. It wasn't too fun in like near the start, but I think like even starting this channel was the most exhilarating thing that I've done. And like, as soon as I made one video, that was it. Like, I couldn't stop. I could not stop uploading. It was when I saw Markiplier back in 2013 for the first time. It was a Slenderman video that I was like, this is kind of what I want to try and do. This looks like a great hobby. I didn't realize that he made money off it. I didn't realize that there was other people making money off it. I didn't even realize there was other Let's Players. It was the first time that I kind of like saw a Let's Play. And it's I really didn't even know that people did this before. I used to talk a lot when playing games with people all the time, so it kind of became a natural thing to me kind of transition into like doing this, I suppose. And it's honestly been probably one of my favorite hobbies, if not my favorite hobby that I've ever done. Like, I can't think of anything more rewarding or more fun or more exciting. There's not many hobbies where you can make a video in a day, record it, upload it, edit the audio, you know, then reply to a bunch of comments like instantly. And that's what's so great about doing Let's Plays, is because there's kind of like direct interaction with people. Because the people who are watching your video have seen it. There's not many other things that can say that. While you can like watch a music video and be like, oh, we've all heard this song before, we're all watching it together. Or you can watch like a movie, but like I feel like it's completely different. It's a completely different feeling. Because I can play a game, kill a boss with like a level 2 sword or something. And this is just the basic of terms. And then someone else can be like, well, I did it this way, or I did it that way. And it's almost instant the way like the interaction goes. And there's nothing like it. It's so much fun. It's one of the most fun things in the world. I started this channel back in 2014. And the first video I uploaded on this channel, this current channel, was a video, it was a Dark Souls 2 video. It was back when Dark Souls 2 just released. It was my first ever Dark Souls video, and originally my videos were edited down into like highlights. So I would record 2 hours and edit them down into like little bitty highlights. And I did a full playthrough of Dark Souls 2, no longer on the channel because I got really embarrassed about my old stuff like a year later and like deleted everything. After that, I think it was like I played Family Guy on the channel, the Family Guy video game. After that, I think I played like Evil Within in October when that released. And it wasn't until like the end of that year that I found a series that was worth keeping on the channel, and it's still there because it means so much to me. And that is Telltale Games Game of Thrones. I was so excited to play this game, never watched Game of Thrones before, but because like I saw other YouTubers playing Telltale, I was like, I gotta do this. Like, I have to do this. You have to play a Telltale game on your channel. Because I remember watching like PewDiePie play Telltale Games The Walking Dead. One of my favorite games ever, and one of my favorite Let's Plays ever. While I don't watch PewDiePie's new stuff, his older stuff like always means the world to me. And like, you know, I like that's pretty much all I can say, pretty much. But the older YouTubers, that older time when like we didn't know anything about the like, you know, because now we know too much about YouTubers, right? We know too much about their personal life. We know too much about like them as people. And not that that's not exciting, just knowing Markiplier as Mark, and knowing PewDiePie as this guy, as this Italian guy who played video games, not knowing anything about their personal lives, watching people like Manga Minx and Epic Namebro, not knowing a thing about them, was exciting. It was an exciting time, and no wonder I wanted to get in and try and do this as a hobby. Nobody watched my videos. For the longest time, nobody watched a damn thing, and that was fine. Because it was still exciting to try and upload videos. But what changed was when I uploaded The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Then I got one superfan who I don't think watches my videos anymore. I think they've probably grown up, because at the time I believe that they were telling me that they were like a child or whatever. So they're clearly like 6 years later, they're like completely gone. But this one superfan that I'm not going to name their name would comment on every video. And that was like enough to be like, okay, this is worth doing. This is worth keeping going for a while. Ocarina of Time got pretty popular to the point that I was getting like people not liking my stuff and liking my stuff at the same time. And like, I think having my first ever like dip into that beam before I even hit 100 subscribers was good for me, because then I could get over the fact that like some people are not going to like your stuff. And I have to realize that some people do not like your stuff, and some people will like your stuff, and you got to focus on those people more than you have to focus on the people that don't like your stuff. But I wasn't a consistent uploader. It was that year, the end of that year, or even maybe after that, because after Ocarina of Time I played Twilight Princess HD, and then I finished that later that year. It wasn't until I played Wind Waker on the channel that I started uploading videos every single day, or at least up until like Monday to Saturday. And that was another good feeling, because people were actually watching my stuff. I played Corpse Party, and again, a load of people started watching. I played Breath of the Wild, and that was like a turning point for everything, because all of a sudden now I knew what I wanted to do. I never really played Nintendo games as a child, and at that point I really just wanted, for sure, to make my channel centered around those type of video games, because I didn't really find fun. I played a lot of games that I knew, like Dark Souls, Skyrim, horror games, games that I knew off by heart. So at that point, it just wasn't as fun as playing games that I'd never played before and entering into a world that I never played before. That, to be honest, I cannot believe I was welcomed into that community, that Zelda community, that Mario community, even like the games like Phoenix Wright, just so openly. It was like, it fit like a glove. It was like I was meant to be there. And I think you guys might agree as well that I transitioned pretty okay into that community. It's a lot of fun. And now like I'm all in on Nintendo. Still have a lot to learn, about the history, but I chose to not look too much into it because I like playing the game super blind, that I don't know much about them at all. Of course there's going to be times when you think to yourself, should I still be doing this? Is there something else that I can do with my time? Is there something else that I can be more productive with? And I have those thoughts even now. You're gonna. Like, it's just not, it's normal. But it was after I finished Skyward Sword that those thoughts kind of like became less and less. They were once every few months instead of once every like week. Because after I played Skyward Sword, this amazing game that had so many people like behind me, like willing me on to finish it, at that point, I remember just... Sorry, I cut my finger. I remember at that point just not wanting to ever stop. Like, not wanting to ever end this. And like, especially since like I was so highly motivated to upload as much as I could. It was a really super exciting time. And the whole 6 years have been exciting. The whole 6 years of this channel have been one of my favorite time periods ever. And that is partly in thanks to, of course, people like Lewis Rockets, who designed my character for my thumbnails that honestly I think changed my channel for the better. Also like people like my friend Brandon, who would like just watch every single one of my videos and like keep me sane, because like uploading, you know, up to like 150 videos with nobody clicking on them will make you go crazy. But if you are thinking of doing it, you have to know that no one's going to give a shit about your stuff for the longest time, and that's okay. That is 100% okay. And I think also I have to give a big thanks to, in the sappiest way possible, everyone watching this video. Everyone. Whether you even don't watch my videos anymore, or you used to watch my videos, or whatever, you wanted people to watch back then, I do thank you. I thank you so much, because this community that I built around this channel is top-notch. It's a top-notch community, and I don't think I say it enough. I say it a lot on Twitter, but the community that is behind me on this channel, I cannot say enough good things about. They are uplifting, they are excitable, they love video games. That's one thing that I just love about this community around this channel. And I hate saying the word community because, like, you know, sometimes people don't like it, but I think it's true. It's a community. They just love video games. they love them to death. They love the emotional side like I do. They love the scenery. They love the voice acting. They love everything that goes into making a video game. And that's why I've clicked with so many people on this channel, because of that. If it wasn't for this channel, I probably wouldn't have some of the friends that I have online. If it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't have played Zelda. This series that means so much to me, I would have not have played The Legend of Zelda. I would not have played Super Paper Mario. I would not have played Mario. I had not owned a Nintendo console until I had a channel. Like, that's such a weird thing to say. I probably wouldn't have owned a Switch. I probably wouldn't have a 3DS. I would not have had such an expansive mind, or going into like expanded my mind going into video games. Like I have because of this channel. There's a lot I could say. There's a lot I can say about this channel. 60 plus playthroughs. I think it's like 64, 65. 68 months of doing this. And I feel as refreshed as I did on the first day. And a lot of people ask me over time about burnout. I'm not feeling it yet. Maybe it's coming. We'll see. But right now I'm very excited. As you guys know, YouTube sometimes just decides not to send out my videos. Sometimes they decide not to notify or put them into subscription boxes. Sometimes people don't even see the series until 6 days later. I've had people commenting on my Scarlet Sword videos, being like, I haven't seen your videos. Where are your videos? Oh, here's your videos. I didn't know you even uploaded this. And while that's super frustrating, I'm just gonna, instead of getting on here and like being like, oh, YouTube, you're bad, which everyone has the right to do, instead I'm going to just try and continue to just do what I'm trying to do. Because it's fun. It's one of my favorite hobbies. Probably my favorite hobby. And yeah. 6 years.